Okay, tonight we're going to take a look at a game called Farm Together. My name is Loading, and let's go ahead and take a look at a game in a little bit of detail. Now, normally I would start and I would review a game from the beginning. This game, I wasn't quite sure about, so I wasn't going to post anything about it, but after getting into the game for a while, it becomes rather addictive. So let's go ahead and give you a little bit of a bird's eye view of what I've put together so far. So once I go ahead and zoom out, you know, it's a pretty big area, and this has already done one expansion. You can put different plots with different plants. You can put flowers. One good thing about flowers, the flowers never go away. Once they're harvested, they just regrow again. And I put these real cool sprinklers in between them, and they will sprinkle they'll water two flower beds at a time, 2 flower squares at a time. So these are constantly being watered, so it's constant cash as soon as I get into the game, which is good, because one thing I've noticed about this game is that cash can be kind of hard to come by, especially when you've got these guys, the pigs and the chickens and the ducks. It's pretty expensive to keep these guys fed. So it seems like, you know, 200 here, 200 there, whatever that's going to be, $1,000 there, 1,000 coins there. It doesn't seem like a lot, but after a while with these suckers, they have to be fed pretty often, so it really does get rather expensive. But let's take a look at a couple other things that you can do. So planting trees is real good. The trees will stay after they're harvested. They have to be, and different things take different amount of time to be harvested. So like this tree will be ready to be harvested again. If you look in the bottom left-hand corner in about 52 minutes. So we'll go ahead and collect those. Beehives are another thing that these stay around after you harvest them, so you don't have to worry about reharvesting or replanting or rebuilding or anything like that with these. So that's another reason why I put these in. These take almost a day. They're 22 hours. So once a day I go and I collect a little bit of money that it gives me, and we go from there. You can build houses. This right now is a tree house that I've been building. Now the tree house, it costs, let's see, where's the tree house? Tree house here, it costs 15,000, which I thought, wow, that's a really good deal. So I went ahead and built it. It's 15,000 per stage, and there's 4 stages. So, go ahead, and I think that was my 3rd stage, so tomorrow night, this is another 23-hour thing. Tomorrow night, this should be ready to go. And from what I understand and from what I've seen, you can go in and decorate the houses and things like that. So, you know, I really wasn't sure what to think about this game. My girlfriend wanted to play it. Her name is Care Bear. She wanted to go ahead and play it, and I was like, you know what? It's a good idea to kill some time. Little did I realize it was going to suck me in. So, one thing I've noticed is I put things in a large enough area to put an abundance of it, and it's a lot easier to go ahead and harvest it. Now, also certain things, if you look in the top right-hand corner, that ice cube means it's winter, along with the snowflakes that are falling. Certain things can only be harvested in certain seasons, but luckily in this game the season only lasts 17 days. So these over here are fruit presses. So let's say, for example, you're, straight out of the box, your containment, I guess, can hold 50 fruit. Well, adding those fruit containers or those fruit presses add another, let's say 25 to what you can harvest. Because after a while, it becomes full. And then you're not saving the fruit, you're only getting the experience and the coins for it. So that gives you a way to hold fruit and sell it. It's just an extra form of income. It's been pretty profitable to me so far. This right here is a gas tank, which doesn't seem to cost anything. It says resources. I'm not kind of, like if I go up to it right now, it'll say not enough resources. Oh, the fuel tank's already full. Sometimes you go up to it, it'll say not enough resources. I think resources is just time. So you hit V, like Victor, and it'll bring up a tractor. So instead of harvesting 1 square at a time, now I can harvest 9 squares at a time. So these, like I said, are super easy. They're pretty big money maker. And this 1 square of them that I did, you know, I get about 10,000 from each time. So we're gonna go ahead and harvest some stuff, and then we're gonna take a look at what else this game has. It's been pretty addicting so far, I gotta say. There's some grapes over here. But one thing I've noticed that works really well for me, right before I'm done playing tonight, I'll just go ahead and plant a bunch of stuff, even if I don't need it for the quest. We'll get to the quest in a second. Even if I don't need it for the quest, we'll go ahead and do it. So, just to make some money overnight. Plant them and water them, and then the next day I come and I've got all kinds of harvesting available, extra money coming my way. Feed those animals that are so damn expensive. So, I try to do, in areas of 9. I didn't realize that until after the fact, so I forgot to retill these. So go back here. So after you harvest, you got to retill it so you're ready to plant something else. So we're going to go ahead and run through this real quick. That's my little pet that I have to get after a certain level. Not 100% sure which level that brings it up. So, right here, this is another one. Yeah, rock got in my way, so doing this stuff. I'm sure there's other plants that will give me just as much resources and money, but I don't know, for some reason I just keep doing poppy every night. I don't have the sprinklers in this one. Save some fuel. I don't have the sprinklers in this one, so this one I have to water manually with your little watering can. So just go ahead and go through and give these guys some water. I had to do this later on. I want to go ahead and get some other stuff in the game. So these are some other of the stands that you have. You have the egg stand, and your vegetable stand, and your peanut stand, your vegetables. Nope, that's your fruit stand. Your mushroom stand, and your flower stand. That little pink box above it means that it's ready to be harvested. But from what I understand, so if you look at the bottom here, look for the flower icon. That's number 6. So that's 70 out of 70. So that's full. So we want to go ahead and do that. I've noticed that I get more money once it's full, obviously. So I try to make sure that I wait for it to be full. Now when we hit tab, it'll say 45 out of 70 because it didn't sell all of them. So once I go and get more flowers harvested, then those flowers will go in there. So take a look at a couple other. What is this? These are peas and the bamboo. And doesn't seem like bamboo. Nothing to harvest yet. So it's 11 minutes and 21 seconds left. I planted that last night, and I have a feeling that's one of those things that you can only harvest during certain seasons, because it definitely wasn't 24 hours. So let's go ahead and get these peas. After I do these peas, I'll go ahead and show you the quest. So we're going to bring this here. This is another one of those things that I didn't need, but I planned to do it overnight to give you some variety, and we'll go ahead and make some extra money when I came back into this. Okay, so let's go ahead and now I'd forget my brain if it wasn't attached to it. Go ahead and tilt this. And I'm out of gas, so I'll have to wait. But, so we can go ahead and go into the quest log. Now these are different quests that you'll do. It gives you an explanation of the quest down here, who it's from. You can discard the quest. I have not noticed any penalty if you discard a quest. I have not discarded a quest yet, so this unbearable quest is Abacot Ranger Duck. That 26 next to it means I have 26 planted, or 26 available that eventually I'll be able to harvest, which puts it, and I already have 26 out of 30, so that other 26 is going to give me more. The bamboo, I've got 42 planted, so I've already hit my 30 out of 30. So once I quote-unquote harvest the Abacot Ranger Ducks, I'll be able to go ahead and complete that quest and get the 5 ribbons and the 380 XP. Up in the top right, you'll see there's coins, diamonds, ribbons, and tickets. I've not figured out the tickets yet. Coins obviously is to purchase flowers and things to harvest. The diamonds, if you bring up your store, diamonds will be used for fences and things like that. I've only used my ribbons for those sprinklers, which seems to be a really good investment. But mostly everything else that you're going to purchase is with diamonds. Your roadways are with diamonds. Some of the extra stuff that you can buy is with diamonds. Most of the stuff in the housing menu, it's going to be half diamonds, half ribbons, depending on what you want. And then everything you get into here is going to be, so once you mouse over it, if you look to the right, it'll say to buy each one, it's 2.5k, but when you harvest it, it's 3,000. So, and you also get 180 XP for each one that you harvest. It takes 1 day for it to grow, and the resource you get is the flower. That's what happens when you bring up the tab. If you look at the top right corner, that's going to be the flower. So we will, I'll go ahead and till this later. This will be ready in 7 minutes. So before my expansion, this is about where my farm ended, right about here. And then I bought this expansion back here, which gave me this island, a couple of bridges. There were some trees and stuff already out here, so this water is part of the game. You cannot get into this water. You can only get into water that you create. Like this I created. I've got a bunch of fish in here. Fishing will be alright. You throw out your pole and it gives you know, whatever it is. I've mixed up the different squares. So if you can mix up, like I can put a square of trout and a square of blowfish and then, you know, a square of red snapper. And if you do it like that, they'll all intermingle within the different squares, which I like. Because then you don't have one square with just this, and one square with just this, and one square with just this. It makes it look a little bit more realistic, even though the game's pretty cartoony. So we got that. Now we need to go harvest some of these ducks. I thought one of those was going to be the albacore duck that they needed, but I guess not. So these are just ducklings. And if you look in the bottom left-hand corner, it'll tell you what you get. It's like when I go back into the water, you know, this square is salmon, this square is trout, this square is tropical fish. So it'll tell you whatever it is that you're on top of. And these guys eat a lot. Super expensive. And that's, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. I mean, this is going to be almost 10,000 coins just to feed these guys. So, and they'll need it pretty often. So it'll say like 42 minutes. Oh. And now these guys are ready to be fed. It's a process. It's a learning process, and you just got to figure out what works best for you and your schedule. So now these guys are just the savages. This was my test pond to see how all this stuff works. So, but I can go in here and hit, if I wanted to, I can go in here and hit R, which will recycle it. Now I've changed my key binding, so your letter may be a little bit different. So we're going to go ahead and yes. Now I can go ahead and go into my store, and I can plant a different fish and let them, like I can plant the anglerfish, and I can let them all intermingle. Click. So the anglerfish are a little bit different. So let's recycle that then. Go back into the store and do blowfish. There you go. Now they're intermingled. Now they will intermingle between them. So let's take a look at the fish stand, see if it's full. Fish is not full. It's only 27 out of 40. So we'll wait for that to get full, so this way we make some more money at it. I mean, overall, this game, like I said, I was just going to use it as a time passer, but it's pretty good. It gets rather addicting. You know, it gets to the point to where I get home and it's like, all right, well, you know, I got kids to take care of, dinner to do, and, you know, a girlfriend to spend time with, and damn, I also got to make sure that my pigs are fed and everything gets harvested and things like that. So, but I'm glad it's something, you know, Care Bear likes too. So that's a good way for us to spend some time together. We're gonna go ahead now. These truffles here is what's going to put stock into the mushroom bin. So we'll go ahead and get these done. These pigs over here are ones that I needed for a quest or not. Yep. So you see it on the right hand side how it's going up, the Hampshire pigs. I don't think I'm going to have enough. Looks like I'm going to need one short. Son of a gun. Alright, well. And make sure these guys are fed. So in an hour and 42 minutes, I should be able to finish at least one of those quests. So there's another quest, and I needed some leghorn chicken. I've noticed so far I've gotten 3 at a time. I don't think it'll give me more than 3 quests at a time. So. And then after I take a look at this, I will feed them. And then take a look at the zucchini and cabbage. And see what we have to do. And we're going to go ahead and try and speed this up a little bit for you. Sure are a lot of ducks around here. This is another thing that you can do with the tractor. It looks pretty painful for the ducks. Because you get on them and all of a sudden your tractor just jumps on them. But nothing wrong with a little bit of manual labor every once in a while. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to fuel up anyway. And it really didn't give me a whole lot of fuel. So if you look in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see it's slowly gaining its fullness. So that's why I think it really just has to do with time. But overall, I mean, the game seems pretty interesting. It's, you know, you can go up to these signs right here, and you can expand into different areas. Each 4 sides has a different has a different property you can purchase, and each property has different features on it as well. So I can go over here, and this already has pumpkins planted, and it looks like there's 3 bridges over there, so another island, which I wouldn't want another island. I really wasn't impressed with this island. I don't think the windmills serve a purpose, so you can probably recycle those for money. It looks like there's some trees out there, different fruit trees and whatnot. Let's see what this side has over here. Butterflies getting in the way. Obviously these need to be watered again, so I'll use the tractor for that. This one seems like it might be interesting, because then it's got some bamboo planted, but I can plant some other things on those hills, or on those layered mountains, so we may take a look at that. I really do, you know, if the tractor wasn't here, I'd probably get set up for the game, so I really do like having the tractor. I probably wouldn't play the game if I had to do each square one at a time. That would get pretty tedious real quick, so. Anyway, that's Farm Together. It's really impressed with it. I was a lot more impressed than I thought I was going to be with it. You know, it's not just the time saver. It's been planned. It's been it was planned for. So I would definitely give this, we'll say, 3.5 stars out of 5. You know, me and my friends normally play a lot of survival games. I'm going to start posting some of the survival games that we play. Right now, we are playing 7 Days to Die in our server. We tend to pick a game, we play it for a couple months, and then we transfer and go to a different game and get a server for it. And everything we do is on our own dedicated servers. I'm going to start posting that stuff. It'll be Ark, it'll be 7 Days to Die, it'll be Minecraft. Then every once in a while we throw in a bonus game. Sometimes it'll be like Payday 2 or Elite Dangerous or something like that, just to, you know, try something different or to do something different for a change, so it's not all survival and building. This is, you know, as much as this is not survival, it has a lot in common with the survival games, with what you have to do. I think that's one of the reasons why I like it. So, but anyway, I'm going to let you all go. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. I'm going to do another video about this game within the next few days once I get the expansion going, and learn a couple more things on my own, and then we can go ahead and learn things together. Again, my name is Loading. I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace out.